So welcome back guys. Now next we will going to discuss in detail the mechanism behind procedure call and return. So let us understand that how function call is implemented in Linux operating system using stack memory concepts. So the goal of this section is to understand in detail at a lower level that how the following three. So the first goal is that when a caller makes a call to the callee function, callee should start execute from the beginning. When callee finishes or returns, caller resumes from the point where it left. And if there is any return value by the callee, then that return value should be available to the caller. So we will going to see how stack memory implements these three concepts. So now you can understand that the entire mechanism of function call is implemented using stack memory. So let us understand at a very low level to achieve the above stated goals. And of course, I am not talking about any rocket science. All these fundamentals are there in your undergraduate curriculum. So be ready to be asked question on this in your interviews or otherwise. So let us get familiar ourselves with some terminologies. So call stack is a collection of stack frames. Each function when called in a program create a new stack frame in the stack memory. A frame that is executed is always the topmost frame of the stack. So here the top of the stack lies in fact at the bottom of the stack. So pointer to the topmost frame in the stack is called the frame pointer, or it is also called as base pointer. Pointer to the top of the stack is called stack pointer. So note that here is a difference. Pointer to the top of the stack is the stack pointer, whereas pointer to the topmost frame in the stack is called frame pointer. So in other words, stack pointer points to the end of the topmost frame in the stack. Now let us see in depth how function call happens, how values are returned from the callee, and how caller resumes its execution when the callee returns. Program counter, that is PC, is a pointer which always points to the current instruction which is being executed, and this program counter is also called the instruction pointer. In some text they say that the program counter is a pointer which points to the next instruction that is executed. So now this is something that is implementation dependent, but in either case the end goal of the program counter is same, that is to keep a track of the instruction that is currently in execution. We understand already that stack memory is managed by data structure called stack, on which two basic operations are supported, that is push and pop. We use push whenever we need to store new data into the stack memory. We always increment the stack pointer after the push operation. And we use pop operation whenever we need to remove the data from top of the stack memory, right? And we decrement the stack pointer after the pop operation. So here decrement means that the stack pointer will further shifts upwards in the stack memory towards higher address. And here increment the stack pointer means that the stack pointer will shift further downwards in the stack memory. So here the operation increment and decrement essentially means opposite with respect to the change in the value of the stack pointer that this operation does. So now let us divide our discussion into two parts. The first we will going to discuss that how procedure call is made. So procedure call means that the caller function invokes the callee function and the control transfers to the callee function for execution. Then the second is the procedure return. That is when the callee function returns or terminates, then the control return backs to the caller and resumes from the same point where the caller invoked the callee function. We will see the mechanism behind each of the above two scenarios in detail. So let's gather some more basics first.